So Lola, yoga's about being mindful and being in the present moment. Do you have any tips on how you can bring that into the kitchen and into your cooking?
We cook on autopilot, we're all too busy, we're all trying to do a million and one things and get a cool Instagram photo at the same time.
That's it. And so many people can't just make up so many excuses why they can't cook.
Absolutely, and you know it's actually easier than what people think. It doesn't take, I don't believe it's like you need a massive gift, you just need to train your palate to go, that works, oh that works with that. And I stuff up in the kitchen all the time. It's okay to, do you stuff up in the kitchen?
Having a baby, I burn rice like every second night. I call or quinoa or whatever it is, something on the stovetop, it just happens.
See what I mean? And that's coming from, you know, a food professional here, and that's, so I think be okay with the blunders. Enjoy them, you normally learn the most from the stuff ups. But as far as mindfulness goes, I love taking photos of my food, but I will take a photo of it and then I'll put my phone away. And I'll just take a moment to be like, wow, like I've created this beautiful chicken dish, or I really enjoy it. The other night I was making a raw chocolate mousse cake for a birthday, and I made it for them, and I was like, well, surely I've got to check that it's okay. So I made like a baby little one for me, and I just sat down after I did all my emails, and it was beautiful, and I think that's what mindfulness is all about. I think it's about enjoying it, and I tell people, in my opinion, food is here to nourish you and to share with the people you love. So just come back to that whenever you're eating. So your cookbooks are paleo based, meaning that there's no dairy or no grains. Can you tell us a little bit more about paleo diet? Paleo inspired is a way that I like to live. I have a little bit of kind of like things that I kind of dabble with, like a bit of quinoa here and there, oats here and there, so, and a bit of yogurt and whatnot. So for me, yes, it's a paleo inspired way of living. It's just, I test things out on me basically. And if something works for me, I'm like, okay, that's working, I'm going to throw that in. So it kind of makes me realise that no one diet suits anybody. For me, it's got to taste really good, it's got to nourish me, and I've got to have good energy after. And that is why the recipes that have that kind of paleo-inspired way of eating. So yeah, it's going back to that really unrefined kind of like caveman style. And I'm not saying I'm going out and eating like killing a deer and eating it. It's more like, you know, beautiful sources of protein and veggies and fruit, and you know, if you want to sweeten, I try to use natural sweeteners. So what I'm hearing is that it's just so important to listen to your own body and to eat real food. At the end of the day, real food trumps any diet, I believe. I think you want to be eating the real McCoy. Like I tell people, if you're shopping in the supermarket and you pick up something from a packet and it feels like you're in year 12 chemistry class, it might even outlive you. So don't buy it, right? Put it back down. At the end of the day, if you're eating lots of fruit, lots of veggies, different coloured things, not Skittles, actual fruits and veggies, you know. So Lola, my final question is, and I've asked everyone that I've interviewed so far, what are your tips for living a wholehearted life? My tips for living a wholehearted life are to come from the heart, be real, and authentic in a way that you're unapologetic. So live your dream, live your passion, life's way too short. A friend of mine said to me, and it sounds like a really negative quote, but give me a sec. He said, Lola, most people die at 25 but are buried at 75, and I was like, that's really negative. And then I sat with it and he said, no, most people have these dreams at 25 and they just, life catches up and they get a bit, it's too hard, it's not safe. And they say they kind of die at that age. You know, you lose your spark, your heart. And at 75 is when you really go. So, well, hopefully a bit later than that. But that's the theory behind it. So I think for me, it's just about being wholeheartedly is just like showing up and just being you and living your passion, living your dream. Lola, you live your life like that though every day. Your passion just shines through in everything that you do, and it's just, you're an inspiration, you really are. Feeling is mutual, Ladybug, she's a good egg. I'm so excited because you've got your happy cookbook. Yeah! Genuinely going to make anyone happy. Just looking at the cover, it's absolutely beautiful. And my heart and soul is in this, and it's not just me that's made that happen. That's an amazing team, and Pam McMillan
See, look how modest you are.
No. It's true, it's a big project.
Oh, it's beautiful, and I feel blessed to have spent this time with you, so thank you.
Feelings mutual. Thanks so much.
Because I'm happy.
Yeah!